Introduction. James Watt, an inventor, mechanical engineer, and one of the greatest innovators in history, had a profound impact on the industrialization process of the world by modifying and improving the steam engine. By optimizing the steam engine, he not only increased the efficiency of this device, but also created a revolution in energy production, which became the basis of the Industrial Revolution of the 18th century. His invention gave unprecedented mobility to industry, transportation, and global production. First part, childhood and family. James Watt was born on January 19, 1736 in Greenock, a small town in Scotland. His father was a shipbuilder and his mother was from an educated family. From childhood, Watt was interested in technical and mechanical issues and spent his time learning and testing different devices. He faced difficulties during his school days because he suffered from chronic diseases. However, he was self-taught and acquired many of his mechanical skills from his father's workshop and by hands-on experience. Second part, education and starting a professional career. After completing his primary education, Watt moved to Glasgow to work as an instrument maker. Then he went to London and started learning and making precise tools in the prestigious workshops of this city. After returning to Scotland, he worked at the University of Glasgow as a maker of scientific instruments. His collaboration with professors at the University of Glasgow, particularly with Joseph Black, a prominent chemist, introduced him to the concept of latent heat, which was so influential in his later inventions. The third part, improvement of the steam engine. One of the most important milestones in James Watt's life was when in 1764 he was given a model of Thomas Newcomen's steam engine for repair. Newcomen's engine was considered one of the first steam engines in the world, but it had low efficiency. Watt carefully examined it and concluded that most of the steam's energy was lost during the cooling process. By designing a separate condenser chamber in 1769, he was able to solve this problem and make the steam engine much more efficient. This invention made the steam engine the main means of power generation in many industries. For cooperation with Matthew Boulton. Despite his technical successes, Watt initially had difficulty financing his projects. Until in 1775, he met Matthew Boulton, a prominent entrepreneur and industrialist. This partnership allowed Watt to produce his steam engines on a larger scale. With Boulton's support, the Boulton-Watt Company was founded, which soon became one of the largest manufacturers of steam engines in the world. These steam engines were used in mines, factories, and even transportation and created a huge revolution in production and industry. 5 more innovations. Watt continued to develop and improve steam engines and patented several other inventions. Among the most important of these inventions are the rotary engine, which produced rotary motion instead of linear motion, and the centrifugal regulator. These developments made steam engines find wider applications and are used in the textile industry, transportation, and other industries. 6. Influence on the Industrial Revolution. The invention and improvement of the steam engine by James Watt was one of the key factors of the Industrial Revolution. Watt's steam engine not only revolutionized industrial production, but also led to the development of railroads, steamships, and other power-dependent industries. The Industrial Revolution caused an increase in production, the growth of cities, and extensive social changes in Europe and around the world. Watt's achievements directly influenced the economic and technological developments of his time and later. 7. Personal life. James Watt was married twice in his personal life. His first wife was Margaret Miller, who died in 1773. He then married Anne McGregor. Watt had several children from his wives. However, he devoted most of his life to work in scientific and industrial research and showed less interest in public life. He was a thoughtful, creative, and hard-working person who spent most of his time in his workshop or laboratory. 8. Final years and death. After years of brilliant activity and influence in the world of industry and technology, Watt did less practical work in the last years of his life and continued to improve his inventions. He died in 1819 at the age of 83. Watt is recognized as one of history's greatest innovators and inventors, and his legacy of steam technology and the Industrial Revolution lives on.